Welcome to your M1A1 help video. This video is designed to walk you through the directions and instructions for your first assignment, the Module 1, Assignment 1 semester calendar. The first thing I want to point out on this calendar is the attached file is underneath. That's a blank calendar that we're going to populate with important dates throughout the semester and submit that by the due date on your schedule of activities. Note that this calendar is for the spring 2019. And your calendar will change based off the semester in which you're taking the class. In just a moment, we'll read through the directions together and I'll give you some information as far as what your instructors are looking for to make sure you're getting full credit on the assignment. But I want to draw your attention to the bottom of the assignment here. It says a rubric will provide you with information on exactly how your submission will be scored. You should review every rubric at least 2 times before you begin your assignment and before you submit your final draft. Your rubric for this assignment can be found by clicking here. So if you click this link, it will populate your rubric for your first assignment. And it's important to know what your rubric looks like because that's how your instructors are grading you. It's sometimes difficult to get your full 25 points if you're not sure where the points are coming from. So I have the rubric pulled up here on the right-hand side of the screen. What you want to pay attention to is the column that says meet standard for full credit or met standard for full credit. This is what you're looking for to max out on points. So for the course due date section, which is going to be part 2 of your assignment, we'll read through that momentarily. It says all assignment due dates are included and correct for at least your SLS 1101 class, as well as any other college classes the student is taking where due dates are available. So you're going to take your due dates for all your classes, but specifically your SLS 1101 class, and populate those due dates into this calendar. You lose credit if your SLS 1101 is not complete or it's not accurate. That's how you lose points. And that's pretty much the theme for this rubric. Once you populate in your course due dates, the next thing you're going to do is pull up the college calendar and populate in the important college dates. This is worth a maximum of 5 points. To max out on credit, all important dates are included from the IRSC academic calendar for that current semester. You lose points if the dates are incomplete or they're inaccurate. So again, it's pretty consistent with that first standard. Moving down to the third bit of information you're going to populate into your calendar. This is the student activities or the student events calendar. The assignment requires you to visit the IRSC student event calendar and pick out at least 3 events throughout the semester that you would be interested in going to. So you're not graded on actually attending the event, but you are graded on knowing where to find the event and putting at least 3 of these into your calendar, and hopefully you will attend them and get some value out of that experience. You lose credit if the list is less than 3 events from that calendar or if it's inaccurate. Also, for formatting, it's worth 5 points. Student uses provided calendar template or a suitable substitute calendar and saves the document as the specified name and uploads that correctly. So that's how you're being graded. Make sure you're getting a full 25 points. We're going to bounce back over here to the assignment itself and start working our way down the instructions. It says, help get your semester started on a positive note by creating a semester calendar to keep you on track and help limit procrastination. So this assignment is really more about you. It's not just an assignment that you should submit and forget about it. This assignment is built to help you start your semester on the right note and put a plan in place for knowing when your important dates are going to be. So the very first thing you need to do is download the blank calendar from this assignments page, which you can do by clicking here. It will populate your blank calendar. We'll go there in just one moment. Once you have your blank calendar pulled up, we're going to move on down to part 2. Explore your classes and find your schedule of activities for each course. The schedule of activities contains all your due dates for the semester. Insert these due dates into your calendar for each assignment. You'll want to make sure to label each assignment with the corresponding class. For example, SLS 1101, M1A1 is due. If you have an English class, you might write ENC 1101, M5A3 is due. So designate what class it is for and the assignment that's due on the particular date. If you don't see a schedule of activities, ask your instructor if the due dates can be found somewhere else. If not, please make a note of this fact in your submission comments section. So if you can't find the schedule of activities or your instructor does not have one, just type that in your comment section whenever you submit your assignment. I'll show you how to do that here in just a couple of minutes. You'll want to also make a note if the comment section, if SLS 1101 is the only course you're currently taking so your professor can confirm. So we're going to look at part here 2 together. I am going to pull up both the blank calendar and your schedule of activities for your SLS 1101 class, which can be found right here on the blue menu bar. We're going to pull up both of these files and continue on with the help video. So we have both files pulled up now. This is an example of a schedule of activities from an SLS 1101 class, and this is an example of a blank calendar for January 2019. Again, your files might change based off of semester. Let's have a look at the schedule of activities for this particular SLS class and see what's going on. It starts off with 3 study activities, and then is the due date for the assignment that we're covering right now, the semester calendar assignment. For this class, that's due on January 13th. So we'll go to our calendar on January 13th. We'll put SLS 1101 M1A1 due. So we have our first SLS 1101 assignment put into our calendar. Let's move down the schedule of activities and see what comes next. As part of part 2 of module 1, there's 3 more study activities. The next assignment is module 1 assignment 2. So that one's going to be due on January 20th. Let's go to January 20th on our calendar. SLS 1101 M1A2 due. So I'm populating in my due dates for my SLS 1101 class. Say that you were doing this same procedure with maybe your English class, maybe it's ENC 1101, and you have an essay that's due on the 23rd. You would type in ENC 1101 essay 1 due. So you're just pulling up your schedule of activities and you're populating the dates in as you go. This is the longest part of the assignment, but it's important to make sure you know when you have the majority of your assignments due. If you have easier weeks or busier weeks, if you have 3 exams in 1 week, if you have midterms on the same day, you're going to want to know this information. So take the time to populate all of the relevant dates into your calendar, and then we'll bounce back over to your directions for the assignment. Okay, we're back on your assignment page now. Imagine that we just completed part 2 of the assignment where you populate in your due dates for all the classes you're currently taking onto the calendar. The next thing to accomplish on this assignment is moving down to part 3. Part 3, explore the college calendar and add important dates and holidays to your calendar. The college calendar can be found on the Students tab of the college website, or you can also find that academic calendar by clicking here. We're going to click here and go back to our blank calendar for the assignment and start populating in the important dates from that academic calendar. We have our January 2019 blank calendar pulled up on the right-hand side of the screen. The academic calendar links are over here. Select the appropriate link for your semester. We're going to use 2018-2019 for the purpose of this video. Because when this video is made, we're currently in the spring semester, I'm going to scroll past all of these fall dates and scroll on down to where I see my spring important dates. So having a look at this, the first thing we want to put on the calendar is when classes begin. That's January 7th. It was a Monday. I'll click here and classes begin on January 7th. So that's our starting point, and then we'll start populating this in based off relevant information. So classes begin. The last day to drop classes for this semester is January 11th. So I'm going to go to my calendar, put in last day to drop. Whenever you drop a class, it doesn't count against you. You get a refund for the class, and it doesn't go on your transcript as a withdrawal or affect your GPA in any way. So that's a very important day to know. Put it on your calendar so you know when that date is. Continuing on with the information, this semester has a holiday here. It's MLK Day on January 21st. You'll want to add all holidays to your calendar. Spring break, you'll want to add that to your calendar as well. If you're taking express classes, it might be good to know when the express important dates are also. Add those to your calendar. You definitely want to know when the last day to withdraw from a class is. So on this semester, it is March 25th. So you'd want to scroll down to March 25th. That's the last day to withdraw from a class with a W. After that, keep going down until you get to the end of the semester, putting in any important date that you find relevant. The last one that you'll likely put into your calendar is when grades are available. So everything of relevance from the time the semester starts to the time the semester ends and when you can get your grades online. That is the second bit of information you'll populate into your calendar. We got one more to go, dealing with the student event on the student calendar. Back at the assignment now, having a look at part 4 where it asks you to visit the IRSC events calendar by clicking the Students tab from the IRSC website, or you can click my hyperlink here, and you have to find at least 3 events that interest you and add those events to your calendar. So new events are also added throughout the semester, so be sure to check back regularly for events that might be of interest to you. But for now, we'll click the link, we'll find the academic calendar, the student event calendar, and we'll start adding those dates to our calendar as well. The student event calendar is situated to show you what's going on today at the very top, but whenever you scroll down, you can start seeing what's going on each day throughout the week. You can also fast forward to future weeks and future days by clicking these buttons here. So start going through the student event calendar and find at least 3 events that might be interesting to you and add them to your calendar. For this semester at the planetarium, there's an eclipse show Friday, January 11th at 6 p.m. Let's go ahead and add that to this calendar. It already has last day to drop. Now we'll put in eclipse, 6 p.m. Fix the typo, and put in any more information you find relevant about the eclipse show. It's at main campus, it's at the Hellstrom Planetarium, which is in Fort Pierce. If you want more information about that, you have contact information there as well. Because we have it pulled up here, there's also a Just Dance-a-thon. This one's also Friday, also at 6 p.m. I can't put both on my calendar because they're on the exact same day. Broadway Babies is at 7 p.m. Eclipse is on Friday at 7:30 as well. That show's duplicated that way. So you can scroll through your calendar. Maybe Dance Broadway Babies on Saturday is a better option for you. So I'll go to Saturday on my calendar. I can put in the information from the dance show, save all that information, and have at least 3 to make sure you're getting full credit on this assignment. So you've gone through the steps, you've downloaded the calendar, you've put in your schedule of activities, you've put in the important dates from the IRSC academic calendar, and you found at least 3 student events of interest to you. Now your assignment is done. Have a look at part 5. You'll save your calendar under the following file name: your last name, your first name, module 1, assignment 1, and save it as a docx file so your instructors can open it. So docx, you'll upload that file for grading by submitting the assignment title above. The assignment title is right here. Once we click that, we're going to browse our computer. We'll do that now. We'll scroll down. We'll browse our computer for the file that you saved on your calendar. If you have any comments, you need to let your instructor know, like you're only taking SLS 1101, or you couldn't find the schedule of activities for your English class. Let them know. That way your instructor can verify that the information wasn't available to you. Once you have all of that taken care of, you've browsed your computer for the file, you'll click submit. That will submit your assignment into your instructor for grading and complete your first assignment of the semester. So hopefully this video helps. If you have any additional questions, be sure to reach out to your instructor. Thanks for watching.